And we are live. Hello YouTube. I'm coming to you from Futako-tamagawa in Tokyo. Right now I'm on a bridge with a bit of traffic, so it might be a bit loud right here, but I will go to a quieter place very soon. Let me see if we have any viewers. This was a very last minute announcement. It was kind of a nice evening, so I wanted to go out for a walk and decided to do a little live stream showing you my local neighborhood, even though it's not the first time I'm showing that, but I think it's the first time I'll show this area live. Oh, Pim Menglai, good to see you. Good evening. Yeah, very last minute. Sorry about that. Oh, you delayed your lunch. Apologies. Hey from Sverige. Hi from Sweden. Aloha, Airbnb, Mr. Airbnb. Is it okay if I call you Mr. Airbnb from now on? Azkad, good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Oh wow, many people are pouring in. So this is actually this river over here. That's the Tama River, and that's what separates Tokyo on this side from Kawasaki on this side. Ah, Mrs. Airbnb. Okay, gotcha. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're just on the southern edge of Tokyo, and this neighborhood is quite, how should I say, it used to be kind of not so much around here at all until 10-15 years ago, when they started some like massive redevelopment projects. So the high-rises you see over here, they're all quite new, and since then this area has turned into, I don't know, quite a popular place to live. Like, it's still relatively close to central Tokyo, just 15 minutes to Shibuya, but you have this pretty big green space next to the river, which makes it feel a little bit, yeah, greener than many other neighborhoods, I would say, which is one of the reasons why we like it here. It has been gentrified, yeah. That's I guess the correct way to say it. Yes. How's the weather today? It's really comfortable. It's like 25 degrees and not very humid. So, but apparently a heat wave is about to reach Tokyo very soon. Like, large parts of Japan already have like 35 degrees today, and it's just a matter until those temperatures hit Tokyo. Here, okay, so here is actually one of my favorite restaurants. This one over here. It's a place called Anda Gyoza. So it's a gyoza restaurant. They have this like steamed dumplings, but they do them. They kind of have their own twist to it. So the filling is a little bit different than what you usually get, and it's just like super tasty and really healthy, and you can have like a really good meal there for 1,000 yen, which is like, yeah, $10, or, well, I don't know what that is in euros these days, but maybe 8-9 euros. Someone is asking what the hottest temperature I felt in Japan. I think close to 40 degrees. Like this, in some rare situations it gets warmer than 40. That's really rare. I will show you the main area soon. I just want to like also give a little tour of this very nice little local shopping street that we have here. So this is kind of what remains of the old Futako-tamagawa. So this shopping street has been pretty much the same since maybe 60s, 70s-ish. Um, hey Susan, good to see you here as well. Been seeing the glass concept more around Tokyo in your videos. The latest fad. I don't really understand what you mean. Is Japan really as clean as we see in the videos? I think so. I mean, it is pretty clean, right? Don't see much trash, much garbage here. So yeah, there's some pretty nice street restaurants, very local shops here on the street, and here is like one of the nicest or like the only really nice coffee shop in this area. The rest is just Starbucks. So I go to that place quite often. It's run by a very cute couple. And here is an excellent ramen restaurant. They specialize in ayu ramen, which is ayu is a kind of sweetwater fish that lives in many rivers in Japan. So they have really good fish ramen, which is quite rare. Yeah, basically the only place that serves actual coffee, pretty much. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 Starbucks in this area, and like not much else in terms of coffee shops, unfortunately. Let it be, yeah, let it be coffee. Okay, let's see. So we will head back around here. Someone is asking, has Japan started welcoming international visitors? No. No one is welcome right now, unfortunately. Why are the right and left side of the road painted green? I think maybe because it's bicycle lane, but I'm not really sure. Okay, some annoying person here that I will hide. Bye bye, happy. Yeah, someone asks about Indian food in Japan, and yeah, there's tons of Indian restaurants here, and many of them are really good. So I have Indian food relatively often. Actually, one of my to-go places is, well, it's actually a Nepali place, so not really Indian, but they have plenty of Indian dishes on the menu too, and it's a really nice place. Here's like, this is one of the main highways that leads into Tokyo, that connects Kanagawa prefecture and actually goes all the way to like Nagoya and Osaka as well, I think, this highway. But yeah, and it's just, they just put that on top of like the shopping mall here, which is pretty cool. Chat is no longer working. Okay, it seems to work for me. Someone asks if I'm Japanese. I'm not Japanese, I'm Swedish, but I've been living here since 2008. So these are some of the kind of luxury department stores around here, which is kind of weird. Like they feel kind of out of place here to me, but yeah. For some reason, there's apparently plenty of demand for expensive stuff, which probably tells you a lot about the demographic group that mainly lives around here these days. Although this shopping mall is it's called Takashimaya, and it's one of the like big chain shopping malls, luxury shopping malls in Japan. And apparently this Takashimaya here was the first one that was like built outside of central Tokyo, so it's been here for quite a long time. This building, there's no apartments here. This is only Only shops and parking, I think. Can you do a live stream, show us Harajuku? Well, right now, this whole pandemic thing is getting worse here in Tokyo again, so I'm kind of avoiding going to central Tokyo for the time being. So not right now, but it's definitely happening sometime in the future, for sure. Someone is asking if I'm Japanese, which I just answered like 3 minutes ago, but no, I'm not Japanese. Let's see, someone else is asking if it's true that living cost in Japan is very high. Depends what you compare it with, I guess, but it's not a cheap country to live in, but personally I think Tokyo is kind of good, has pretty good value for money compared to other like international cities like London and Paris and New York. I think Tokyo is relatively affordable. We are approaching the station area. So here you also have, here's like one of the entrances to the Takashimaya department store. And I'm actually planning to go in there this time because they built a pretty nice rooftop terrace that I think you would enjoy seeing. So let's head up here. Here you can see the busy station area, and as always there's some like emergency vehicle. So yeah, this building and everything on this side of the station area is part of the redevelopment. But this side behind me, where we're going now, is a bit older. It's been around for a long time. Someone asked me why I moved to Japan. There's a video about that called Tokyo Walk and Talk #1, where I answer that question. So please check out that one for the answer. So let's see. Here we have the station, entrance to the station, this pedestrian bridge. Here's one of my favorite escalators in all of Tokyo. It's so small and silly. And let's see. I usually take the elevator up, but since I'm streaming and I don't want to bother people, let's see if we can go all the way up using the stairs. Is this one usable? Let's see. Oh yes, it woke up for me. Wow, 150 people watching. Can you see my reflection? Even though this was such a spontaneous stream, I'm really surprised that so many of you found it. This area is quite empty right now. Nice to see that you're avoiding the crowd. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's a very serious situation, and Tokyo can wait. My subscribers can wait. I just want things to be back to normal as soon as possible, because I'm getting really, really fed up with this situation and being so limited in terms of movement and work and whatnot. So let's see, here we can get a bit of an overhead view, I think. So here's Takashimaya, the shopping mall that I just passed before. And yeah, I'm going up to the top here. Yeah, those escalators are smart enough to switch to standby mode when no one's riding. So now we are at the, not the rooftop, but one of the higher floors. So here's actually one of the nicer Starbucks in this area. So they have like plenty of outdoor seats, which especially on a day like today is like gorgeous. Sit here and work. It's really nice actually. So this whole rooftop area is quite new. I think they renovated it recently, in like last year. Someone is asking, have you thought of doing a meetup for walking tours with us in the future? Absolutely, I definitely want to do that. I would like to do that as soon as possible. So if there are any viewers who are actually based in Tokyo or, you know, nearby, then let me know, because it would be great to do a meetup. Otherwise, I think we have to wait until the world is a little bit more back to normal again. But yeah, here's this nice little rooftop terrace area. Susan wants me to meet up with I Will Always Travel for food. Yeah, maybe I should send him or her a message and see if we can work something out. And about these like meetups and walking tours and whatnot, like I've already mentioned this I think before, but maybe not all of you were around that time. So I actually do that from time to time through my website, but then it's more like per booking appointment. So I do like I used to work a lot doing photo shoot for like travelers to Japan, and I also offer like private tours of Tokyo. So if any of you are interested in that, please shoot me a message or email, and I can tell you a little bit more about it. But yeah, I definitely plan to make something more kind of easygoing and where everyone can join, like smaller group tours or group meetups or something, once I have the opportunity. Let's see, come to Chiba. Yeah, why not? I haven't really done any videos from Chiba, but hardly ever been there, so might be worth checking out sometime. What else are people saying? It's a little bit dark here. Let's see if my phone seems to be able to handle this kind of light levels as well. So this is the rooftop of the Takashimaya department store. That's a response to Sixth Ninja, who is asking, what is this place? Nike Proton. What time is it in Japan right now? 1920. Yeah, that's correct. It's a pretty nice little terrace, right? And this place is free. Like, you don't really have to buy anything in order to come here and hang out, which is kind of rare in Japan. That just makes it nicer. Like, yeah, not having to buy a crappy coffee just to gain admission or something like that. This place is just open. Oh, thank you, Sid Luther. Thank you very much. Excellent. Yeah. Whenever Japan opens up again, I will announce more concrete plans and dates for those kind of events. But I mean, ideally, I would like to do it quite regularly, like at least once a month, maybe even more often than that, so that yeah, as many as possible can come and hang out with me and explore Tokyo together. Maybe we could even do a group live stream where we're walking around Tokyo together like this. But yeah, that's what this rooftop is like. So I will head back down and go down to the station area now and show you what that looks like. Can you guys see the moon? This is surprisingly good image quality, it seems. Like the video is relatively smooth, and it seems like the colors are they pop, and it looks pretty good, right? It's always a bit of a gamble when I do these live streams. Sometimes the signal is just really poor and the video is choppy. It's about 7:30 in the evening over here. It's a little bit windy. Can you guys hear the wind noise, or is it maybe my phone is able to hide that? My smartphone is in the mood, yeah. Okay, thanks. Good to hear that. Yeah, it's not. Of course, it's not like 60 FPS or something. I'm doing this from a phone after all, but I think it's relatively decent for being, yeah, phone stream. This rooftop garden, I think they opened last year, or they renovated it and had like reopening last year. So the rooftop itself has been here for very long, but yeah, this redesign is quite new. I think that this building that you can see very far in the distance over there, that's actually, I'm pretty sure that's Shibuya. That's the new Scramble Square high-rise building in Shibuya. This place is about 10 kilometers away from Shibuya. Okay, let's take the stairs down. How's the air quality in Tokyo? It's pretty good. I mean, sometimes we get this dust clouds blowing in over the country. They say they come from China. I don't know if that's actually true or if it's just politics. But yeah, sometimes we get this kind of hazy weather with high amount of PM 2.5. But in general, it's pretty good here. Considering how big this city is, it's surprisingly good air quality. Your conversation is great. You're funny. Don't worry about the image. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I usually think of myself as a very, very boring person, but it's good to hear that someone thinks I'm funny. That's good to hear. Okay, let's head back down on this awesome little mini escalator. That's actually the smallest or shortest escalator in the world is located not in Tokyo but in Kawasaki, quite nearby. I think actually one of the first videos I made on this channel was when I rode that mini escalator. So if you're into small escalators, then I highly recommend that you check that video out. Here we go. So going down to the station. I could have burned 2 calories by taking the stairs. Yeah, well, look at this. Here's the stair. There's no stairs. I have to take the escalator. I have no choice. Hello, virtual Japan. Good to see you here again. Yes, I've had that. I keep featuring that mini escalator. It's just so awesome. Let's see. Higurashi. I live near Futako-tamagawa, so I go there often. Oh, cool. We're neighbors then. I live around here as well. It is very quiet today, considering that it's the time when most people should be coming home from work right now. It's quite obvious that a lot of people are working remotely, which is what we're currently encouraged to do. So there was like a new record number of cases in Tokyo yesterday. So yeah, the local government is telling people to work from home if we can. So here you can see, here's the gates to the train station. There's 2 train lines stopping here. The Tokyo Den-toshi line and the Tokyo Oimachi line. Oh, do you live around here as well, virtual Japan? Long rainy season. Yeah, it's been a really long rainy season, but I think this weekend is forecasted to be the end of it. Then there will be a hot and humid and sticky and generally quite awful season coming. So I don't know which is better, rain and gloom, or heat and sunshine. I'm so ready for sunny days as well, but yeah, the heat is pretty tough on me. So here you can see this newly built shopping mall. As a Swede, I'm always happy to see H&M. Hi, konnichiwa. Are you from Japan? You speak very good English. Thank you. No, I'm not Japanese. I'm Swedish. Is it expensive to have a dog in Japan? I really don't know. I think it is. It should be, but I really don't know how much it costs. But more than that, I think it's one big issue with dog ownership is that a lot of landlords doesn't allow you to have a dog. So if you're renting your apartment, it's kind of rare to be able to have a dog or any pet. So this is a big mall, yeah, kinda. This area is called Rise, Futako-tamagawa Rise. So this side is like mostly shopping facilities, and then over here we have a big cinema and a really nice bookstore and some another Starbucks, of course, always Starbucks. A few more shops over here, and then we will soon get to a pretty big and quite nice park as well. So the entire the entire area has been like engineered, which gives it kind of a artificial feeling, but it's undoubtedly quite convenient, and especially like for people with small children. Like there's most of it is pedestrian only, which is quite rare for Japan. So in that sense, I think it's quite livable around there. Someone asks if this is close to Chofu Station. Not really, but I mean it's on the same side of Tokyo, but to get to Chofu from here by train would probably take at least half an hour, maybe more, like 45 minutes. So yeah, here's a really nice bookstore called Staya Electrics. It's kind of like bookstore and home electronics shop in one, and then they also have like furniture department and flower shop, and of course everything is as expensive as it looks, so it's not for everyone, but at least it's a nice place to sit and read or work. Like then you just have to buy a convenience store coffee on the bottom floor for 100 yen, then you're allowed to sit here and work or read or do whatever you want for as long as you want. And here's a nice little beer garden, which is just for the summer. It's actually really nice. I should go here sometime. Good to see they actually check the temperature of everyone coming in here. And here is the main office for Rakuten, which is a big IT company here in Japan. Kind of like the Japanese version of Amazon. Here's Ippudo, quite famous ramen chain. They're quite good. Let's see, I haven't really followed up with the chat. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I didn't know that they were going to set up the beer garden this year either, but apparently it is quite nice. And actually, let me check. There's a rooftop garden here as well. Let me see if it's open now. Probably not, but let's give it a shot and see if we can get in. You could go to Japan completely happy just walking around, spending very little. That's so true. That is very true. That's actually what I enjoy doing, even though I lived here for quite a long time. But still, there's just so much to see and do in Tokyo. You never get like bored of this city. Do you like the red or white bowl for Ippudo? I haven't been that many times to really have a preference. I'm not even sure if I tried the red one. But I tried the white one and it was good. But generally, I prefer my ramen like not too thick and greasy, but more like salty. So if I can choose between, if there's a shio ramen option, like salty ramen, then I usually go for that one. Let's see, can we get up here? 180 people watching right now. That's good. You like the creamy tonkotsu? Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. I don't know, I just don't like when food is too greasy. But each to their own, I guess. It's a pretty cool little pedestrian bridge where we get a nice overhead view. So there is another rooftop garden if we go up here. Let's see if we can get inside. This turned out to be like one of the better live streams I've done, I think, at least technically, but also in terms of how nice everything looks, like with the colors and everything. I wasn't sure if my mobile phone would be able to handle this kind of low light situation, but it's doing great. It's good to see. Okay, so can we get inside here? Oh, maybe. Looks like we might be able to. Yes, lighting is good and color is good. Great. Ah, but now my camera is losing focus. Okay. Looks like we're back. Yes, this is live. It actually looks like the rooftop garden is open. That's amazing. The surrounding lighting really helps. Yeah, that Nakameguro walk was very dark, right? But then we passed some very small areas. Now we're just in the middle of a commercial development, so it is actually quite bright in places like this, which of course helps a lot. Konbanwa. Tao. Var i Sverige är du ifrån? Where in Sweden are you from? I'm born in Malmö, in the south of Sweden, but grew up in a city called Norrköping, and I lived a couple of years in Stockholm before I left the country. Wow, there's no one here. Ah, there is someone here. A couple on a date probably, which I totally understand because this is a great dating spot. Must be. So I want to show you the view over here. You can see the view of Kawasaki. Here we go! Yay! Pretty nice, eh? I don't know if you can see the river, but yeah, that's the Tama River again that separates Tokyo from Kawasaki and Kanagawa Prefecture. And down here you have the train station. Some people hanging out here, so I wasn't as all to myself as I expected. But yeah, this is a nice little hidden spot. Oh shit, I got so many comments that I didn't see. Let me see. Yeah, beautiful grass. That's actually a rarity here in Tokyo. A lot of parks are indeed just dirt or gravel, especially a lot of playgrounds, which just looks so sad. But yeah, this place is nice. I used to live on the Tamagawa. Fuchu. Ah, I see. Cool. It's a part of the city that I'm not so familiar with, but yeah. What are your passions, hobbies? Good question. My work and my life is kind of my passion and my hobby. I love photography, and that's also what I do for a living. And I also love traveling and exploring Japan, and that's also what I do for a living. And now, since a few months ago, I really enjoy running this channel. I guess that has become my main hobby right now, which is also a really fun little side project that I enjoy so much. I would love to do these like live streams every day, actually, if I had the time. Other than that, I used to play quite a lot of games, video games, before when I was younger, but these days I just don't have that much time. But if I play something, it's usually old retro games or Dance Dance Revolution, which is my way of working out. But I haven't really played much since the pandemic broke out because I don't want to go to arcades these days. But yeah, I've been playing Dance Dance Revolution for over 10 years now, so that's a bit of a hobby for me as well, which is very geeky, but that's who I am. Yeah, you need some cover for the microphone, eh? Yeah, people keep saying that, but it's tricky. I've been researching and trying to figure out how to do that with when you're doing live streams from a phone, and still haven't really found a good solution, especially since my phone doesn't have a headphone jack, so I can't use external mic with a windshield, but I'm working on it, trust me. Maybe if the channel grows, I can invest in getting some proper, like better streaming equipment that can actually stream in a bit higher resolution as well. That would be nice. Have you tried Dance Rush? That's the one with the motion sensors, right? I think I tried it once, but yeah, it wasn't for me. I need the tactile feedback of the arrow pads to step on. And now it's probably really windy. But I'm heading down to street level again, so it should be a bit more quiet there. Yeah, there's lots of rooftop gardens in Tokyo actually, if you look for it. Most shopping malls, department stores actually have something that's open during the summer months. You can use your H1 as your mic through USB. Well, not to the phone, and not when the phone is mounted to a gimbal, because then the USB port is completely blocked, at least with my current gimbal. I'm not sure if the phone supports this as a mic. Maybe. But thanks for the suggestion. Alex Beadle says, I used to like Wii tennis. Yeah, that was fun back in the days. I've had many fun hours with Wii tennis as well. Okay, so now we're back at the beer garden, and I will head over to the park. Hopefully it's not going to be too dark. So now we are getting to like the residential zone of this entire redevelopment area. So there's like 3 big tower, in Japan they call them tower mansions, but yeah, these high-rise buildings with apartments in them. So that's like where people live around here, or at least if they live in this like newly developed zone. Then there's tons of apartments over here and over there as well, but those are mostly quite old. But yeah, these 3 towers probably have like, I don't know, close to, I don't know, could it be 500, maybe even 1,000 apartments in total? Super expensive though. Let's get 100 likes. Yeah, let's do that. Just 2 more to go. It's a little bit windy, yeah. It's usually windy around here. Like that's one of the downsides with living around here, because it is next to the river, and then I think also the way they built this entire area makes it very windy. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But it can also be nice on hot summer days. But yay, 100 likes, 110. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Looks like my phone has a bit of focusing issues in this dark scenery though. Hello, come on phone. Ah, there we go. soon reach the park. Hope you can reach 150 likes. Yeah, that would be nice, but there's more to life than likes. Although I really appreciate that you guys seem so fond of my videos and that so many people are following me and that almost 200 people are watching me take an evening walk right now. That's still kind of bizarre to me, but really a lot of fun. I wish I could donate, but I'm broke now. Don't worry about it, man. You don't need to donate to watch me take a walk. But for those of you who do, I really appreciate that. And my long-term plan is to use those donations and try to maybe reinvest in the channel, maybe produce a little bit more ambitious content in the future, as well as getting better equipment when necessary. I'm not sure if this Osmo Pocket that I usually use for my videos is the best option, but it's been serving me quite well so far though. Don't feel bad. Viewing, commenting and liking already helps the algorithm for ad revenue. That's sure. Oh, can you guys see the cat? Hi! Let's see. Will I scare him? Probably. I'm sure he would run away soon. Ah. Come on. Ah. Okay. No love there. Okay, let's head down to the park. Noraneko. I think so. Not sure though. Could be living around here. Where is he from? Who? The cat? Or me? This month, two really nice vlogging cameras came out, the R6 and the Sony A7S III. Yeah, those are a little bit too ambitious, I think, for me. I mean, I have, for my photography, I use a Nikon Z7. I also have a Z6, which is actually a pretty good video camera. And I do also have a Fujifilm X-T3. So I have the equipment to shoot like high quality video, but it's more like, it's so big and clunky and cumbersome, so there's no way I'm gonna carry that around with me all day, every day. I don't mind using those kind of cameras for more like well-planned projects, and maybe if I'm doing something that's a little bit more content oriented, or like, not content, but more like that has a bit of a narrative, I guess, rather than just a random walk around. I mean, I know that people like Rambalak walks around with those kind of cameras all the time, and I used to do that for a year as well when I first started this channel, actually. But now I'm getting a bit lazy, I guess. But on the other hand, I do crave to make a little bit more ambitious productions in the future. So we'll see. We'll see when I have time to think that through. What's your average steps per day? Average maybe 15,000-ish. I like walking. Yeah, some days it's well over 20,000. On lazy days it's less than 10,000. And of course there's another Starbucks in this park. Yeah. Starbucks everywhere. This is Starbucks country. Lots of kids around here. There's a lot of Starbucks in Japan. That is very true, but it's extremely like full of Starbucks in this area as well. Maybe do a collab with Rumbalak. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. It's difficult. How would a collaboration with a walker be? Like, I've been thinking about it too, actually, because there are a lot of other people doing walking videos here in Tokyo, and it would be fun to work together somehow. But the format that we're actually working with. So here's stairs down to the river. Quite nice hangout spot. Lots of kids here drinking. But yeah, it would be fun to do some collaboration with other walking YouTubers, absolutely. And also with other creators in Tokyo as well. So take a walking video of you, you take a walking video of me, says Virtual Japan. Well, I don't know. That's, I mean, the whole point of this channel, the way as I see it, is that I don't want to be in front of the camera, or like that's a key point of it anyway. But yeah, but maybe if I ever need a cameraman for some other project, when I'm in front of the camera, I'll definitely let you know if you would be up for that. Stream with a red camera, yeah, right. I live near the voted prettiest McDonald's in the world. Oh, where's that? Terik Biru says, "Sir, thank you for your videos." Thank you very much for watching. The focus is really struggling now. Is there a particular reason why you don't want to be on camera? Yeah, because I don't want this channel to be too much about me, and I don't want to be another one of these YouTube vloggers who, you know, film themselves eating ramen and riding the Shinkansen. Like there's enough people doing that, and I mean I have nothing against that. That's fine, and a lot of people are interested in that, and many of them create great content. I understand that, but it's just, yeah, it's not what I want to do. And if I'm gonna be on camera, it's usually for national TV, which I do sometimes. So I am on camera from time to time, actually, just not on this YouTube channel. Yeah, someone mentioned John Dao. Yeah, I mean he's doing those kind of videos, and he's great at making those. So I'll let him handle that part for now. If I'm gonna be on camera, I would rather, I don't know, I want to figure out the concept that feels a little bit more genuine and a little bit more tailored to who I am and what my skills are. So you work in NHK. I don't work in NHK, but sometimes I work for NHK, yes. And I also work for Swedish television every now and then. Yeah, walking video when there's a fireworks festival would be really nice. I don't think there will be many of those this year though, because of what's happening right now. So most of those big events are all cancelled. But definitely, if there's something happening, I will try to do video. Try to do a video in the middle of a fireworks festival or any other festival as well. I love your channel. Hope it's sustainable. Well, depends on what you mean with sustainable. It's not like I can make a living from it, but it's a fun little side project, fun little hobby. And as long as I have other jobs that pay my rent, that's fine. But of course, the long-term goal in the future would be it would be amazing if I could actually do this for a living. But then again, I would like to do it a little bit more, I don't know, more than just taking a walk. That's too simple of a concept, so it would almost feel like cheating if I was just doing this for a living. I'm heading back to the station right now, and once I get there I will end this stream. I've been on for an hour now, which is enough, and I need to go home and cook dinner for my dear wife, who is hungry. Let me see. Rambalak's picture quality is amazing. Yes, definitely. I mean, he's shooting with a great camera and a great stabilizer that gives you really good image quality. But you like the fact that I engage with the viewers. That's good. That's great to hear. I think it's much more fun when I can engage with my viewers as well. Rexter2K asks, how did you get a job shooting videos for a living? My brother is also a videographer and wants to live in Japan. Well, I don't shoot videos for a living. I shoot still photographs for a living, and I also write. And I also do some consulting for the domestic travel industry here in Japan. But my background and what first paid my bills when I came to Japan was the writing. Selling news and feature stories for newspapers. Mostly back in Sweden, but I had clients all over the world. So that's what I was doing mostly. How did you come up with the idea of making those type of videos? I was just curious to try and document my time in Japan, and I do take a lot of walks privately, so I thought it would be a good idea to just record my walks and save them for the future, for the time maybe when I don't live here anymore. I can relive the experience of walking around in Tokyo. Unfortunately, a lot of you enjoyed watching these videos. So that's the story behind it. Sid Luther, do you have Patreon, or do you think putting the join function on your channel? I have Patreon. You can find a link to it on the About page and basically in the description of all my videos, except this live stream, because I don't think I put a description on this one yet. Putting the join function on the channel, maybe, but I prefer Patreon because then I actually get to keep most of the money. If it's through YouTube, they take a pretty big cut. So Patreon is better. And to all of you watching, like if you do want to support your favorite creators, then it's always better to do it through Patreon than to do it through live chat or like donations here on YouTube, just so you know. But of course, it's a bit easier to do it through YouTube. So Mari R, sorry if this has been answered already, but what's the name of this park? This is the Futako-tamagawa Rise. It's a kind of shopping center and residential area combined into one. Share some stories about your life in Japan. I've done a few videos where I experimented a little bit about that. So they're called Tokyo Walk and Talk. You can find them on my channel. I plan to engage or like develop that further sometime in the future, but right now I've found out that what I enjoy most and also which is the easiest thing to do is just to do live streams like this. Yeah. A lot of people say that the quality is amazing and also that the sound is good as long as the wind doesn't blow. That's great to hear. Thank you. Luke Maris, is this on your phone or camera? This is on the phone. This is a live stream from my phone. So that's why the image is a little bit choppy, but... Sixth Ninja, do you mean YouTube steal a portion of cash gifts in your live videos? Not 100% goes to you. Yes, that's correct. The YouTube takes 30%. So that's a pretty big chunk. Whereas with Patreon, it's more like 10%. So it's, you know, then we get to keep a much bigger chunk. So we are getting close to the station. Here's like the taxi roundabout. You can see some trains coming in as well. This stream was really cool. I literally just found out your channel. Awesome format. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. That's great to hear. I plan to do another stream on Saturday, Japan time. So that's about, well, maybe 48 hours-ish, or more like 40 hours from now. I will announce it as far in advance as I can through my community page here on YouTube, and also I post those things on my Instagram as stories. So make sure to follow me and click the bell icon to get the notifications whenever there's some news happening. I haven't decided the exact time for the next live stream, but probably more like daytime, maybe around noon or early afternoon Japan time. But yeah, I don't know yet. Thanks for the stream as always. Time for lunch now then. Thank you for watching, Tim. You're one of my most loyal followers. I really appreciate that you always stop by. Solusus, another walk. Yes, all my videos on this channel are walks. So that's definitely what it will be next time as well. 6 a.m. over here when it's noon. Yeah, so okay. You're somewhere in the US then, I guess. So maybe a little bit later. Early afternoon is maybe better, or... but yeah, back at the station now, and I will wrap up the stream here. こんばんは。いつも動画楽しみにしてます。ありがとう。どうもありがとうございます。じゃあ wrapping things up here, but thanks a lot for watching, and see you all soon. And also tomorrow morning Japan time, 10 o'clock, I will do a premiere of my next walking video. So if you can, please stop by then. Okay, bye bye. Thank you. Bye.